If everything is working as it should, we should be live.
Are we leaving?
Indeed, we leave A.
Dang it, you
Yes.
said it before I did.
Yeah,
be quicker than
draw
that.
there.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Yeah,
And...
They,
Yeah,
they,
because of that.
they used to call me Quick Draw back in college, and not for the reason you think.
That just raises more
Wait,
questions.
I'm so confused. What?
Wait,
What?
Don't worry about it. Those who get it, get it.
I kind of am worried now.
That's the cold open, everyone.
Yep, no, that is in fact the cold open, yes.
No, I got one. Did you also have a friend whose nickname was Misfire?
No comment if I ever knew a misfire.
I know what you're going for there, but what about a Miss Water or Miss Earth?
Or Miss
What about
Air?
Miss Air?
Could be
Damn
Miss
it.
Air, yeah.
What about the hurricane?
I did not get invited to those kind of parties.
Fair enough.
What about Drizzle?
Maybe. Community college was a wild time.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting at first, but then ends in disaster.
Then there's also the flood, and then there's also waterfall.
You know,
Earthquake.
you know what? Dive. Why not dive? Dive is a move.
Volcano.
Chaco, that's what they also call me. They call me the Girthquake.
Ah, yes.
Or do they call you the Space Cowboy?
Perhaps
This
the
is
gangster
one
of
of a
love.
cold open.
There's a reason why it was Quick Draw, Daluna.
Get that.
What
that
about-
tracks.
What about Cinnamon? Cinema's the winner man.
Not that one.
Ah.
Yeah, that was someone else.
Celebration Cinema.
And it's alright, Mort. Welcome. We had to start a little late because of things, but yeah, no, this is our cold open.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You might have seen enough sessions already where something to do weird cold opens.
Wait, do you crop that out? I forget.
No,
Which-
for these, I don't crop out. I don't crop out the cold opens because
Okay.
honestly, I don't think any D&D stream does that.
Okay.
Y'all,
Because I know you crop out the opens on the other ones. That's
yeah,
why.
when I'm on my own, I crop those out. Oh, and
So,
also,
if you
pardon.
aren't watching it
That is
live,
savage.
you are missing out content.
It's true.
Just letting you know.
Is it too soon for that joke, Mort? Is it too soon?
Wait, what joke?
Look at the chat.
Yeah, look at the chat for a moment.
Oh.
It's a cold open, this is fucking
Is that too soon?
Oh, so he's past the part. Wait, is
Yeah, I
Was that
wouldn't be surprised because of how many memes I saw yesterday.
was
There are
that
a lot of
after
good
the rock
ones.
you? Was it after the rock you lost your tail?
No, it was before because Antonius didn't need an outfit because they were already cold.
Oh, he's almost at that part then.
You know, you can see basically from the memes exactly where he is.
Yeah.
Also, from what he said in chat.
More a puddle
Oh,
to answer that question, or if it was a question or not.
Something that is saying on just how broken up Theo is in the mountains. Very broken up, I would say.
yeah.
A puddle, you could say.
You could.
He's over there, and up there.
What's Oh, what's that one from Futurama? To shreds, you say?
He's holding it down as much as he can.
Mhm.
It has to be a little paper ketchup cup.
Yeah. Oof.
God damn it.
Damn. But I think we've been opening for long enough. Who would like to do the recap? I
I
believe
fell asleep through half of it, so not me.
I can do it because I don't have the inspiration at the moment.
it was used. Yeah.
You'll need it.
I need to be better at not falling asleep so fast.
Every so often, I'm just gonna scream into the microphone.
There you go. Mic check.
Mic check.
It won't make much of a difference if I already took my headphones off, but that might work if I still have my headphones on.
Mhm.
Well, just don't take them off.
Yeah, just don't ever take them off.
Easy!
At the floor is yours, Hoshi.
Alright. Last time. Which one was it? The assassin bride disappeared and ran away from us, so we went to go chase after her. As we were going up the stairs, he left some traps at the top of the stairs. Luckily, I was ahead of everybody. I saw them and I jumped over them and I found a cheeky ass letter at the top of the stairs. That after reading it, and it made me feel a type of way that I wanted her dead. Some of the others got up to the stairs. I believe both disabled the traps, at least one of them. And they came up the stairs. And Kai felt her going back down the stairs. So I ran in the opposite direction.
Which I still think was stupid, but
Quite you. I ran the opposite direction and she was trying to make her way around us. I saw her. And she taunted me again. So she ran more downstairs, so I chased after her. I don't know what the other was doing after I was chasing her, more likely, but getting downstairs, ran into a room that had fog floating on the floor. And I was able to get a couple hits off of her. Feeling her presence, I ended up using my divine sense as well, and feeling her presence and more undead in the room behind her, and I believe I saw a dark figure, but it wasn't undead and it ran away, so I really didn't give a fuck about it. She said she wanted to cause drama with me. And wanted to invite us to a dinner party, and that's when I believe it was like 13 other vampires and the other bride of Strahd came out. And I was end up getting held in place. And that's when everybody else started trickling downstairs and we had a big fight. End up killing all of them. And Evie's sister, I believe, was there too. And I believe Kardak was able to send her to rest with a glass bottle full of holy water to the face.
right down her gullet.
Mm.
I am very proud of that kill.
I was able to kill the assassin one and got her to shut up before she said anything. And I believe that's all I know that happened from my
Perspective.
from my point of view. That word.
All right. Well, you did miss, but you were pretty focused on Valenta and the vampire horde coming at you. But East got separated from the party because she set off the elevator trap with her big, clunky shield guardian. Also, it occurred to me, I did not share the art for Valenta and Anastasia, so here is Valenta, the bitch who likes drama. And the big buff yandere of Strahd's harem, Anastasia. I say big and buff, the art doesn't really reflect that, but she's a vampire, she's got super strength, so that's just a given. Oh yeah, and technically you have met Terran, so I might as well share that while we're here, and Hoshi, take your point of inspiration. Did that not show? Oh, there it goes. That's the vampire you just let be, because you told him you worked for Strahd, and he just sort of believed you. But that gets us all up to speed. Here's hoping letting that dark figure won't screw you over at some point in the future. Now let's get back into it. Music's taking a bit to shift. Why is it still... Because I never set this up properly for this particular floor. Ah. There we go. Alright. Let's grab this floor in particular, because I definitely will need that. So, what do?
Clover is going to touch herself and do 30 lay on hands.
Valid.
Phrasing.
Raising.
I'm surprised no one said it before. I did.
Yep.
I know what I said.
You do you.
How did everybody gather around?
Not with how Clover is right now.
Oh, we
Clover's
need a
just
head
going to
count.
sit. Clover's just going to sit on the ground, just holding her neck.
Yoop. Yoop.
Did you get what happened, Clover?
Huh?
Like you got caught in an. Did you get caught in an ambush?
One could say that, but I had everything under control.
You call that under control?
We were in a tough situation, but thankfully we were all able to come by. You know better than all of us not to run off by yourself. You fell right into a trap.
Clover will pull out the letter and hand it to Kai.
He takes it, looks at it.
Do you remember what it said?
Yeah.
Because we said above board what it said.
We're gonna talk later. But now is not the time.
He nods.
We're missing someone.
he's got caught in that elevator trap. Shot straight up to the top of the castle.
Wait, what elevator trap?
There was an elevator trap along the staircase. You probably went over it, but her and her defender got caught in it and got launched upwards.
I believe his name is Aramis, the Shield Guardian.
Aramis. It's a hard name to say with the accent, Draco.
Fair, fair.
I feel like that was actually in character, just like above game. Like, God, it's a hard name to say.
What the fuck are you talking
Yeah, I can see
Listen.
it.
Wolfie?
Listen, I have like 3 things that talk to me.
Who's Draco?
Don't worry about it.
You hear a voice echoing from the shadows. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck?
Is that the shadow?
Well, we should probably try to find her. We don't want her to get ambushed, or worse, get turned.
Speaking of, I activated turn order because considering the events that are about to unfold, we're probably going to need initiative again, including our
Alright.
separated party members, as well as some other things. Can I? Yes. Let's do that.
Is Clover still looking a little hurt?
Yes.
Be a moment. Irina's just gonna give you a cure wounds. She's just gonna like wrap a cloth around your bite wound, so you heal for 7 more.
Clover just said, I can't believe that bitch fucking bit me.
I mean, they're
Vampires.
vampires. That's what they do.
I don't think they've ever really bitten anyone here.
OBS just disconnected. And now it's
Jeez.
reconnected. Well, at least that was a fast one.
I think this is the first time in the campaign that someone's actually been like bit.
True. And it makes sense that Raoul and Dan would know, considering past experiences.
Yeah. We'll just
But
try
there's
to
only-
get through this fight, and hopefully we can cure if there's any disease that they put in you.
There's only 2 people that ever bit me. One is my brother from fighting him, and the other, and she just shuts up on the second one.
Now I'm even more curious why.
Quinby just says, I feel like there's a story there, but I'm not gonna
I mean,
pry.
didn't we just see Clover get bitten? That would be the second person, right? Totally not picking up on what you're putting down.
Sure. Let's go with that.
If we've survived this, we'll try to cure any sanguineous vampirism you may have contracted, if any. I don't know how long it would take if you were to turn, but I guess we can tell if you start screaming in agony from sunlight.
Or from the helmet, because it does damage to undead, so if it starts glowing around me, if there's nothing wrong.
I guess your own detection system, but we better hurry.
All right, let's put the turn order in descending. Oh wait, I didn't roll certain people. Whoops. Let's see, who isn't rolled? We don't have Dave in there. I don't
It's
think...
Dave and our boy East Markiplier.
Ah, yes.
Hello, everybody.
Ooh, Eastmark. Oh, no, wait, that's Dan, not Dave. They are twins, but still. Right, and okay, so now we will do descending again to get that in better order. Irina and East tied. What is Irina's again?
+1, I believe.
Okay, versus East's... Yeah, no, East would definitely go first. I mean, she's unconscious at the
And
moment, but that's
then-
good to know. And Bolt would go before any of them, I believe.
Yes.
Actually,
Bolt
wait,
is built different.
Bolt, yours is higher than
was that
+4,
a pun?
right?
I have a +5.
Okay, so
Dex,
yeah, you
so
just
yes.
barely
Yeah.
beat out Ease with her +4.
Did you just pun?
It did sound like one.
It did,
Unintentional.
yeah.
Oh boy. We have 3 people tied. Kai, and Aramis and someone else are tied with a 12. What is your dex, Kai?
2.
2. Okay, so this mysterious individual will go before you, but you go before Aramis because he's a big Iron Man. He is not dexterous in any shape of the word. Right, and I believe everyone else is properly set out in initiative order. What would be a good song for this? Let's see. Do I? I mean, I might need to put something in. I need something good for like a chase. Would it can waver can fight work even though that's more for angelic things? Let's experiment here. What about We Got Trouble by Kevin MacLeod? Eh. Oh wait. You know what? I haven't used this yet. This seems actually like it might be the right moment for it. Dance of Deception by Kevin MacLeod. There's a bit of a build-up, but still, I think this works. Clover would be on first.
Where did I see that shadow from?
The one that said "Don't worry about it," or
Yep.
or do you mean the one that ran away after the combat happened?
The one that ran.
It went like this way up to what looks to be. Let me see from your vision. Yeah, you can see it kind of. It looks like stairs.
I think. 40. So we're trying to. Are we gonna go up to try to get Ease back?
Yes, I believe so.
I mean, unless you want to leave her alone somewhere in this castle. I mean, she's not entirely alone. Aramis is there, but it's not exactly safe.
Clover's just gonna move to here and just walk towards the stairs. And that's all she's gonna do for right now.
All right, that'll bring us to Kardec.
Honestly, I don't know what he would do right now. So I'm just gonna say he'll hold action until he starts seeing everyone go a certain direction.
All right. And that brings us to, well, there's no way to sugarcoat it. There are other members in this castle that heard that elevator trap go off, and they are in motion. Do with that what you will. Bolt?
Alright. So, alright, so we gotta head basically to the top floor of the castle, is what I'm assuming.
Mhm.
These stairs go up, right?
Yes, these ones directly south of you are the upstairs. If you wanted to go downstairs, which obviously you don't, it's the other stairs this way. And Clover saw there was a staircase over here that's also up, but you know for a fact where these stairs to the south go, because you came from there.
And then just 35 to get to the next map.
Alright. Copy, and that is map number 3. Okay, and let me do it GM's layer. Well, I'm not grabbing all of them. Just gonna move everybody's tokens I put on the GM layer. Just so they're not cluttering the area. Okay, and... oh! Funnily enough, you were already where you need to be. Layer, GM... because you're coming from below now. And I will switch you over to here. Oh, right. This one is set up properly. Okay. Do you have any more movement, or...
I could dash. Yeah, I'll dash. So I'm right here, right?
yeah, where I placed you.
Where do I remember the elevator trap being?
So it was on the floor below you, but like this over here is like the central area where you saw like the pulley system. It's a few I think it's like one floor above this one is where you found the secret passage that led to part of the elevator trap. Or no, it's 2 floors up actually. If I recall.
Oh, actually, hang on.
Yeah, 2 floors up.
If that's the case, can I retract my movement real quick?
I'll allow it.
So then... and this continues going up, right, if I go down?
Let me go back over to that map because I was fiddling with some stuff on other maps. Yeah, this staircase right below you continues to go up.
Alright. 20, and then 25 to probably the rest of the movement to get to the next floor.
Okay, copy. And we'll leave you right there, and I'll go, that is map 4, up this small spiral staircase. which will put you right over here and bring us to this map. Okay, and is that all of your movement to get to there? Chinako?
Alright. Yeah, so then... probably, like, right here is where my last bit of movement would be, so I'll end turn there.
Okay. That would bring us to Ease, who is asleep on the upper floors. Let me double check. They have to be jostled to get knocked out of sleep, right? Like, otherwise they're asleep, there's no other additional saves, I believe?
I think so.
If it works like the spell, then I think so, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, so she's just sleeping away, unaware of the danger about to befall her, and that would bring us to Irina back down on the 11th floor. Well, map 11. I am never gonna not make that mistake, so,
Yeah, I think it's more efficient to combine movement, so getting on the motorcycle again and just getting ready for Raoul to sprint.
that'll bring us to Evie.
She is going to hold Kai's hand, and that will be her action. So whenever he moves, she moves.
Okay, fair enough. Antonius.
So am I supposed to see a T in front of me?
Correct, that is the trap that Valenta placed that no one has done anything about.
Am I aware of it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Bolt pointed it out, or someone pointed it
Okay,
out
then-
before. If I'm remembering correctly.
I will carefully walk through. Oh, come on. I have to go through the trap, don't I?
I mean, you can walk
I
around
mean, you
it.
can walk through.
You can walk through friendly
You can walk
spaces.
through friendly. Yeah.
Oh my god. Please work. Okay. You saw what my path was trying to do. It was trying to go through arena. But anyway.
I will also say, if it changes anything, you did see Bolt, pun intended, Bolt past you down that staircase. But you could also go the way that Clover is going if you think that's better.
I do have about 10 feet of movement left. I am using... why does right click only sometimes work?
I think you have to, if you're trying to measure your movement, click, drag, and then right click. And that'll show.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. It just doesn't always work. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why that wouldn't work for you. Weird. And are you going to dash, or...
Antonius is a chill cat.
Mm.
Chill...
Really?
Okay, chill might not be the correct word, but he's not a cat that would go
Press
out
X to
of his
doubt.
way all the time.
I mean, I guess it's how much do you care about ease? Enough to rush or nah?
Like a fucking fireball for that girl, I think.
He's curious as to where Clover's going, but he's also not in a rush.
Alright.
I mean, you don't have to use your full movement to dash. You could just dash to be like right next to Clover.
True. And you're a rogue partly, so you could bonus action dash. And still have an action.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you from using your full. You don't have to use your full movement. You could just use whatever you're given.
Fine, I'll bonus action dash. Okay, come on, right click. Okay. I'm over here now.
Okay. And that will bring us to Mystery Person, who I've already done the movement for, so that will bring us to Kai.
Do these stairs go upstairs?
They do, but you have no idea where exactly they lead upstairs.
Right.
Where to the south, you know where those stairs go because you came from those stairs.
Also right.
You know what? I
Just
just
thinking,
remembered something now that I'm seeing the undead auras again. You do feel some undead pings from down here.
Just like my line of thinking is, where we went last, there wasn't any steps that went up that I'm aware of.
Well, you know this is a tower to the south. Like, it spirals up for a certain bit. I think this was the staircase that... I'll double check to be sure, but I believe this is the one that led to the room with the animated rug and portrait eventually.
This one?
Let me go back to your map because I checked. Yeah, that one
Oh,
down
this one
there.
right here.
That one.
The one down here eventually leads up to where Terran's room is. You know what? I'll also have you roll an intelligence check for something to see if you remember.
Oh, goody.
Nah, you don't remember what that room
3.
looked like. You remember there was a rug and a portrait of Strahd that started attacking you guys. That was crazy. Anyways.
He went cross-eyed. Okay, so Clover's going this way and Bolt just went the other way, so we're already...
Already split the party.
Ah, fuck.
I can easily catch up to Bolt, if that helps. You do whatever you're gonna do, buddy.
Okay. Well... I really don't want to split the party, man.
Well, it's already happening, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
I...
Technically it
Hate
has
it.
happened, yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna go where Bolt's going.
Alright.
Pretty sure there was a room over here, right?
Where?
Or am I remembering wrong? Is this just the way to go up?
No, this is where this right here is where the elevator trap was that sent Ease up. This over here,
No, I
if
mean,
you...
I mean where the secret room was that we found.
Oh, the one higher up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like to be, like, I guess you could extrapolate this. That room higher up, the secret room, is like the area where the elevator trap's parts go up and down. So if you look around the corner, you see there's like a giant brick that seems to be the counterbalance to the elevator in that spot over there.
Okay. Oh my god, that's fucking confusing.
Yeah, this music is like really, really like annoying, and it will make you do
I'm
the
already getting
wrong
frustrated.
things.
I'm already getting frustrated. Okay,
Should I
I'm just gonna
switch
go
to
up.
something else? That's down. Up is this way.
I'm on the steps. I don't know, man.
I think the music is perfect for the setting because it's making us very unsettled, which is the point of this.
True. But if-
Unsettled, a bit of urgency and anxiety.
Okay, good, because that is what I want the emotions to be right now, considering your friend is really high up by themselves, and it is a mad dash to get to them. Also, for point of order, Kai, do you have more movement to go onto a different floor, or was that all of your movement to get to there?
Okay, so I was right here. Yeah, I'm dashing, so
Okay.
got like these 70
Okay, so
in total.
copy. And that goes up to 3.
It's
Whoa.
doing its job a little too well.
Hmm. Okay, whoops, put you in a wall. That was not my intention.
That like you don't. Why would you do that?
Well, I was placing them down, and one thing led to another, and then boom, in a wall.
Not yet, Draco. We're not fighting Strahd yet.
Yeah, no, that's later, you're right. A little ahead of the gun there. I had to reload because the tokens were acting weird. Okay, and there we go. I know you said you're holding hands, so you'd be moving in tandem, but I moved Evie a little in front of you because there's still a trap on the stairs, and I imagine you'd avoid it.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, oops. Gee, no. Where did I move that token? There.
This is really effective at making us very unsettled.
I'm glad.
Oh, that's settled.
Like, I'm debating on turning it off.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I'm keeping
Huh?
it. Like, you can turn it down on your end.
I mean, it more feels like
Yeah,
it's
I know,
mocking
but
me.
like, I feel like it also defeats the spirit of it.
I feel like it's mocking me.
Yes!
I mean,
yes!
The castle is mocking us because we're separating the party already.
Yeah. This is true.
I'm just getting flashbacks of Hepna.
Yeah, no, it does have sort of carnival-y sort of vibe to it, doesn't it?
Only sort of?
Yeah. Fair.
These are the walls.
And
I'll just take.
Oh, the memes are great! Keep them coming, I love them!
goddamn walls! That's good. Alright, but you still have some movement, I believe.
Do I? It's not over yet. This is a roller coaster I want to get off of. I don't know. This is a weird measurement. Because it went like 0.9 for some reason instead of like the regular 5.
I don't know why it's adding decimals on this map, but it has been doing that on all of the maps in Castle Ravenloft for some reason.
I'll just say that that's the end of my movement.
All right.
Just for
Which
sake.
will bring us to Aramis, who is our
My identity.
boy smart enough
Uh-huh.
to figure out what
Come on,
he
buddy.
needs to do. Let's see. Oh, buddy, with his 7 intelligence, can he figure out? Nah, he's just sort of standing there, watching
buddy.
over his sleeping ward. This is probably fine.
Man, I would be
All he has to
halfway
do is
tempted to just
poker,
take the
buddy.
be halfway tempted to take the elevator myself.
The elevator don't work.
You'd have to be up top for that. But that would bring
Oh,
us...
Fucker, I hate this castle.
Yeah. The elevator is only for a trap. It's not actually active. What? Right, and that
That would just make too much sense.
I fucking
Yeah.
hate this castle.
Yeah. It was designed to be this way.
Or you'll dismantle it and make it into a parking lot when you.
I'll try my best. I need a place to park this motorcycle.
Aren't you the motorcycle?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Alright, so it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Seeing Clover and Antonius run off in that way, I'm just gonna shout towards them. The elevator mechanism was down over at this tower. Try not to get too far away. We don't want you to get ambushed.
Don't forget the thumbs up.
Alright. 40 feet to get to the stairs. And I still have 50 feet of movement, so I'm just sprinting out as much as I can.
Alright, let's bring you to map 3. Paste. And move. Again, for the same reasons that, I mean, she's technically on your back, so it doesn't matter how I've moved her. It's just for visual sake and to keep you from hitting the trap that you all are aware is there.
Wait, didn't I step on that trap last time?
I don't think you did. I think
Probably
this is one of
not.
the scouted
Alright.
ones.
It took another 30 to go around here, because I don't think it's on this floor.
Nope.
Alright, and I still got 20 more movement, so next level.
On the plus side, this one doesn't have traps on it. And now,
As far as we know.
as far as you know, that's
what you
true.
want us to think.
And that's, you know what, fair.
Alright. 10. 15. As I come around the corner, bolt any sign of her appear?
Not yet.
I do have enough movement, and I'm going to do that same thing I did on the floor before. I'm going to use whatever momentum I have and break this door down.
Okay. You're about to freak out the guy that was in there, but yeah.
Fuck him.
I'll be at 29,
Yeah, that'll
because
do it.
I'm still bulked up.
The door bashes open, and this old man sitting behind it next to an accounting goes, "What the nine hells is going on?
Have you seen an elevator?
What? I've been in this
you
room,
seen
you idiot!
Have you seen an elevator?
You only move up and down! Are you talking about the
I'm trying to find the elevator.
If you... Oh my god. Okay. If you go down all the way from where you probably came from downstairs, go all the way, not all the way down because that's where the crypt is, I guess, but in the 11th, on the, like, near the bottom floor, there's an elevator trap that if enough weight is on it, it'll trigger, it'll pull it up. Is that what you're talking about?
Where does it go up to?
Ugh. I'm not a tour guide! I'm an accountant!
I'm just wondering where it goes.
Oh my... I don't have enough time for this. You knock down my door, you ask me for things you don't even... Just get the
I'm
fuck
an
out of
intern. What do you
here!
expect? Okay, I'm sorry. Raul will pick up the door. I'm just an intern. God.
Roll deception.
Man, I'm about to do it next.
We're just
Nah.
interns, guys.
I don't believe you, but I do not have the wherewithal or any ability to stop you, so just get the fuck out of here and leave me to my accounting.
I already put the door back on its hinges.
Good!
That's the end of my turn.
Kenny,
Draco,
fucking
I love your acting. It's great.
thank you.
Yes, I was gonna say like that entire scene was amazing.
That was so on point. I love it.
Man's just trying to do his fucking job, and some crazy wolf man kicks the door in, asks where the
This isn't the
elevator
first time that we
is.
bothered him either.
Yeah, no. At first he said you were like guards or something walking around patrolling, and he's like, fine, whatever. And now you're kicking his door down.
Oh, you know what would be great? The Kool-Aid man meme, but it's Raul.
Oh yeah.
Listen, if I use all my movement towards the door, I have been very good like authority that I could just break it down. It has not failed me once.
Yeah, I mean, with a natural 20, there's no way it would survive.
Thank you, Mort.
Yes.
I don't know which would have been better, but this is definitely good.
That is the exact scenario. You're like all upset that he isn't giving you information. The fucking cheek of it all. And I'll just have to make a mental note that he hates Raul specifically if you ever come in contact with him again.
Well,
Oh
it's gonna be
my
very,
gosh,
it's gonna be very
great.
awkward. It's gonna be very awkward if Raul becomes Lord of the Castle. Now is it?
It certainly will, yes. If you let him leave,
But
he
that
will.
just makes it better. That just makes this entire situation better.
Check
It kind of does.
Unless this guy is absolutely evil, he's staying alive to be my accountant.
God. All right, we'll keep that in mind. But so it's Dave's
You're
turn. and
really torturing this poor soul.
this poor guy. But-
Listen, Yellen, Barovia is a terrible place. Do you think Raul is going to be much better?
Oh
I
no!
love everything about
Next
this.
person.
That would be Dave, and he just sort of looks at the two groups that have parted two different ways. It's like, so which way should we go? Some people went that way. Clover and Antonius are going over there. I'm not sure which group we should go with.
Hover looks at him. If you're stealthy, you can come with us.
Dave looks
Really?
down at his armor. Right. Stealthy in my half plate. I'll go the other way, I think. And he will dash 55. Actually, he could just go the 50 from there. Copy. Actually, I don't have to copy him. I think I have him on a different layer. Zoop. And Dan, I think, might be able to be more stealthy, but 55, 60. I'll have to check Dan's stats. He's also on a broom right now, so he's not making
even
much
have to break the door.
noise.
You didn't even have to break the door down.
You really didn't. You know what's funny? Technically speaking, Dave has better stealth than Dan, but he's wearing half plate. Dan is not wearing half plate, but he's on a broom. So, I mean, I don't think the broom of flying makes noise.
It could be like a motorcycle. You have to like.
It makes Jetsons, the Jetsons noise.
You know, I'm gonna roll something to decide where Dan is going very specifically, because he has thoughts on the entire scenario. Probably should have specified which one was which. Okay. We'll say high is that way, low is towards Clover and her group. Okay, that's high. And he will use the broom dash. So that's 55 feet to get to there, giving him an additional 45 feet. Slayer. Zoop. So 55 feet gets him to here. 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. I will say, Kai and Evie, you watch as Dan flies over your heads with his broomstick. And 100. Alright, he is on the level with Bolts, Irina, and Raoul, but he hasn't made it around the curve yet, because that was all his movement to make it to there. And that brings us to Eastmark, who is also not a very stealthy man. He has a +1, and I don't think he's wearing an armor that hinders his stealth. I'm gonna go with you all, just because probably have more than 2 people going this way. Quinby, part of Team Stealth. He's just a little guy. I'm pretty sure he can handle being stealthy.
I mean, he survived this far.
True. Brings us to Clover. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I said that was so true. And Clover is going to go up the stairs. Let's see. That'll be 40.
And copy.
And bonus action dash.
Alright. I will move you to the layer where you are, which is a whole new section of the castle you've never been in. So I believe that would put you, right about here. And we'll move you over to that map, and let me just double check. This particular area does not have a description, but the next area you'll get into does. And you should see your token a little to the north.
Yep, I see it.
And what room is this again? Floor 20. 20. There we go. Right, you should have movement still.
Yep, I still have 40. Do I sense any undead on this floor?
Let me see. Because your circle is here. Let me check on the floor above, because you do also have above you. Okay, so with that information, above you and more towards where the chapel is, you do sense 2 undead.
Okay. 10, 15, 20.
And I'll describe
25.
this room you're in before you move too much farther. Dim light filters through the dust-caked window in the east wall. A door next to the window leads the castle's northeast courtyard. Everything in this room is coated with dust, including a large heavy table in the center of the floor. A thick book lies on a desk, with an inkwell and quill next to it. There's a broken door in the north wall, and a staircase where you came from that plunges into the darkness from whence you came. On each side of the staircase, a skeletal figure draped in gleaming chainmail stands sagging at attention, holding a rusty halberd. I'll let you roll an intelligence check to see if you can connect some dots here really quick before you continue your movement.
Intelligence. 13?
With a 13, you remember something. When you went to, what was it, St. Markovia Abbey, I believe? Yes, St. Markovia's, they had skeletons, or figurines set up to look like guards. This seems like a very similar practice to that. Which, I mean, it's not too difficult to tell that they are phony with your light. But if you were, like, walking in the darkness, you might see them as enemies and get a little spooked. Maybe.
Clover wasn't there with them for that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Disregard all information. Although, the others might have told you about that? I suppose, given, like, your background, maybe that's a tactic you might be familiar with?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with that. It seems like this is set up to, like, spook people and make people think that there are people that are here when they're not.
Gotcha. 30. She's going to look at that book.
Right, it's an ancient book that's weathered and brittle, but the ink in the well is fresh. If you want to look into it, like, lift up the book cover and look at the pages, you can. But that would be an action.
He will look at it.
Right, as you open the book, you see at the top of each and every page is, please register for your own convenience and that of your next of kin. You can flip through it
Oh
for
my god, is
little
that a fucking life insurance ad?
No, it's a sign-in book. Because as you flip, you see more than, like, half of the book is filled with various names, but all of them are illegible. It seems like no one has used this book properly for a while. But the ink is fresh, so, I mean, it might still be in use. It's just no one has visited from this side for a while.
Clover looks at it and says, is this from the wedding?
Maybe.
10 moment left, so she's gonna put the book down and then go to this door.
Right, and as you look inside, you see broken furniture and torn cloth are strewn about this 20-foot room. Dim light comes from a pair of dirt-caked windows in the northeast corner. A narrow staircase with no railing ascends to the northern wall, which is a huge OSHA violation, but I mean, I don't think OSHA's coming in here. Call it a hunch. And just for clarification, the staircase is literally right around this wall over here.
Is it going up?
It is indeed going up.
Okay. That will be my turn.
Right, that will bring us to Kardak. And let's go back down to the floor that he is on. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
So, as much as it's gonna pain him in character to let Antonius and it's like let really both of them
Antonius
go
Quimby
away
Clover.
from him.
Honestly,
It's
it's
like-
the worst group to leave alone, but you know, we're
He's like, they're gonna need me on this side because, yeah, he's not. He has many things. Kardak is not a stealthy person. In fact, he's gonna walk right there, right by. That's Dan, right?
That's the echo.
Or
That is
or-
Echo Dave. Dave
Oh,
didn't
that's
take his
Echo Dave,
Echo
okay.
with him because it can only travel 30 feet.
They went towards the stairs down here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dan
so
and Dave both went
he's-
to the south.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go this way then.
Did you mean to close the door behind you or no? So I think you accidentally closed it.
No, I think I.
Let's-
Yeah, he's.
So that's...
I guess go right
there.
No, that's to go down.
Well, he did.
This,
Well, I was starting from right here.
Yeah, but that side is
So-
down. This side is upstairs, which is the goal.
So I'm gonna end up right there then.
Okay, is that all your movement to get there, or do you have a bit more? Cause
Yeah, that was above the 30 feet. So
I mean, you could dash, but that's up to you.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was me doing like the bonus action to go the extra
Oh,
movement to go down.
gotcha. Okay. So I will put.
Because if I was
you-
30 feet, it would only be like right about here.
Okay. Oops. There we go. Right, and I'll put you at the top of the next staircase. As we move on to the rest of the castle in motion. And bring us back to, I believe, on map number 4 with bolts.
Alright. I guess we're just gonna keep going up.
Right?
Seems to be the play.
It's 510. And that puts you on, map number 5. Down here. Oh, whoops. Where do I have? I'm going to have to move some tokens, but move you right there. Grab all of the folk in here. Put them on the GM's lair because they're not here. And move you up to here. And
So this is where we first triggered the trap, right?
no, this was if you go down this hallway, you'll get to the music room where the ghost of Piddlewick was, and then further to that way is Gertruda's room. To the north, the study.
Right. That was.
But this is the
I
floor where
guess-
you saw the area where the pulley system is for this elevator trap, which is right over here. If you wanted to make your way towards that.
Sure.
So for that, you would have to go through this room.
35, and then I'll just dash again. So.
And then you'd have to go up this way. Through the fire and flames in the study. And then you'd be there soon.
Alright. So, yeah, that's it.
Ys is still Eepy. Irina is with Raoul on the previous map.
I mean, there's not really much that she can do.
Yep. Because there's not a
Um,
whole lot going on aside from you harassing this poor accountant.
She'll just pass her turn, but narratively, she's just gonna slap Ro on the back of the head and just like chide him a bit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What'd I do?
I mean,
Faster.
Sorry, I'm panicking.
yeah. Evie would be next, but I think she's basically doing the same thing to try and, wait for Kai's turn for movement. Correct?
Mhm. Yeah, just to save on time.
Right, which will bring us to Antonius.
Ah.
Back on floor. Let's see. This would be ground floor. I guess this is basement floor 1. Antonius on basement floor 1.
Well, I'm following Clover.
And she went that away.
Do I want a bonus action dash again?
You could.
It's free movement. At the very least, you can always just move just so you can keep Clover in your sight. So you know where she's going up to.
Okay, you moved off of the map.
Oh.
The stairs for this floor end here.
Oh.
And I will move your token on the next map. So however much movement you had to get to here is how much you used, and you still have remaining.
Wait, hold up. Let me do that again. That's 30, so...
So 35 to get to the end of the stairs here.
Yeah.
Okay, and now let's bring you to the map that Clover had found herself. And you would be like right over here. And we will take you up to this map. And like with Clover, you should see yourself in the northern area.
Over here?
Over here. It is dark, though. Wait, but you should be able to see. You have dark vision.
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Okay, good.
So this is the furthest I can go.
Alright, and you see everything as I described to Clover before about the book and the dust cake window, and this over here that led into the courtyard, that room. But that will bring us to a mysterious individual. And they will open that. And... see, I think I have this set to whisper. Yeah, it's set to me specifically, so you guys didn't see that I rolled anything in Roll20, right?
Don't think
Dice.
so, no.
Good. It didn't show up in the chat, and that's what's important. And what is... that would not have hit. Noted. Bummer. Well, bummer for him. Good for ease. Also, that is an offensive action towards his charge. Aramis on his turn is going to have some words. Less words, more
Throw him
beating
down.
the shit out of the enemy.
Throw him down the elevator shaft.
If he could. It is closed off inside the elevator at that point. The individual may or may not have gotten into the elevator. But hey, now we're on Kai and Evie.
Up the stairs. It's 10.
So I will grab you two. Put y'all on the GM layer over here. Put you up on the map 4. Zoop. Have you two on top. And take you to the next sector. Number 4. And you have however much movement you have left.
Which is a lot.
I will say at this point you still hear the old man cursing inside his room. It's more of a mumble, but he's doing it pretty loudly for whatever reason.
Oh.
Stupid fucking wolves.
I'm pretty sure my whole like charging through the door and shouting would have alerted anything on this like in the immediate area too. Just saying, Draco.
Yeah.
What's his problem? He looks over to Raoul.
I'll just ask him where the elevator was, and he doesn't know. It's probably upstairs. I did nothing wrong. As I assume Irina will stop the back of my head.
Irina will say, that is incredibly debatable. He burst the door down and asked him where the door was. Or asked him where the elevator was.
Alright. He looks at the door.
It's barely hanging on. You just sort of propped it back in place.
Don't worry about it. I both went upstairs a
And
little higher.
hold on. Well, hold on. I think I got something. Just gonna knock.
What now?
Sorry to bug you, sir. Do you happen to know where the trap door or trap elevator goes up to? I don't mean to bother you or anything. I just we lost one of our guardsmen and we're new, so we don't really know where it goes. And you know, if you do, I mean, you kind of look stressed out. I could offer you this bottle of wine right here.
Roll a deception or persuasion, because on one hand you're trying to persuade him to give you information with wine, on the other hand you are still deceiving him that you're a guard.
I would argue persuasion because of the fact that
I'm
he's
doing persuasion.
bringing the wine in this.
True.
Oh yeah, I'm doing persuasion.
Alright, and I will give you advantage on that. Alright. Bring the wine in and... let me think.
Gonna give him the Red Dragon Crush.
Good vintage. Alright, if I'm remembering correctly... I'm gonna have him roll real quick. Don't really leave this room a lot. The asshole keeps me here. For the most part.
Bosses, am I right?
No kidding.
Bosses, am I right?
No kidding.
Well, you're doing pretty kick-ass job. That's
Thank you. No, this isn't easy. You can't just have anyone do it, right?
no, I definitely couldn't do this.
Let's see, I'm going to describe the room that he's in because you're going in to place the bottle. Dusty scrolls and tomes line the walls of this room. More scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor around 4 heavy wooden chests, fitted with sturdy iron locks. The only unobstructed floor space is directly in front of the door on the east and west walls. In the center of this clutter stands a great black desk. A figure crouches atop a tall stool, scratching on a seemingly endless scroll of paper with a dry quill pen. Nearby, tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling. You also notice when you walk in, he's chained to the desk. He is literally kept here against his will.
That's not very nice. What's it got you chained up for?
Because he knows if I could, I would leave. Also, this is the old man in question. I found the art for him. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't leave this room very often, but I think if you keep going up, you'll eventually find a trap door, maybe, and that'll lead into the elevator.
Let me ask, do you know if those are magical, or he points at the chains?
He jostles them. I'm not exactly sure, unfortunately. I think they're normal chains. I mean, I'm not a wizard or a caster of any kind. I don't think he'd go through the effort.
Well, I don't think that's very fair for him to just keep you here, so... How about I help out if you want?
I would appreciate that. I'd like that a lot, and maybe I could tell you where some things might be. I know there's a key that unlocks these chests in this room, but I honestly don't remember exactly where I hid it.
Yeah, honestly, anything would help. You know, me being new and all.
And if some gold goes missing, if I'm no longer chained here, that's not really my business anymore.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. Money bags.
Hmm. Good man. And
How tough do those chains look?
they look pretty tough. It's definitely like some solid chain. You could probably, like, with a hot enough weapon, you might be able to melt through them, or try to use like a strength check to break them apart. Of course, if someone with
What about
thieves' tools was around, they could pick it, maybe.
What about a halberd?
A halberd could work.
All right, Moneybags, I'm gonna need you to keep your arms away from the chain for a minute.
Right, I mean, he'll hold out his
Or, you know, as far-
leg as best he can and close his eyes and look away. My name is, Leaf, by the way. Leaf Lipsiege.
Yeah, I know, it's just a thing I do. And I'm gonna try to attack with the halberd.
Alright. Roll an attack. Oh yeah, that'll hit. So let's see, that would be a total of 1, 2, 3, 6. Would the radiant also be there?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's
it's
just...
on all my melee attacks.
That's right. So 6 plus 7, 4. I'm gonna say that's enough to crack it off. With the power of holy energy coursing through the halberd, you manage to crash it open. The chain breaks, and the old man, after being here for so long, he gets up and fumbles a little bit if you want to catch him. I'm also gonna move you over to, like, here.
I'm just gonna catch him before he falls over.
Ooh, thank you, lad. Been so long since I've gotten up from that chair. I guess muscles are what they used to be.
Yeah, well, I think you should use some of that remaining strength to find a safe place before the boss man finds you, huh?
Agreed. Pardon me, part of me thinks this would be a safe place, but he might notice something's wrong with the chain if he comes in here. Maybe I could find somewhere else to hide. And he's going to stumble towards the wall, feel his way around, go towards the staircase, glare at Raoul, and then continue his way down the stairs.
Well, I tried.
Well, I'm sure he's gonna live a better life if he gets out of here.
Here's hoping.
Although this
So he is slippery enough to get past
is
vampires.
Barovia.
Mm.
I just thought of something.
What?
What?
If he tries to leave,
Ah, yes. You remembered
Oh,
that
fuck.
there's stuff on the first floor.
I can't believe my accountant's going to die.
Well, he might not. He might know about those things. He's been here for a bit. And hey,
Who fucking knows?
when you come back here, you could maybe look for the key for those chests. Or you could just, wait for the more thief-inclined of you to crack into it. Meanwhile, in the elevator... Come on and slam! Okay, the first one wasn't, but that second one certainly will. Okay. And that will do for Aramis, bringing us back down to Raoul.
Okay. Well, good job.
See? You could have knocked and asked, is all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, I panicked.
You know, give him a
I
little
run
something.
into things when I get worried.
That's fair. We'll work on it. And she sort of pats the back of your head.
Catch more flies with honey.
We don't have that here. As I use my 90 feet to go up.
5, 10,
10.
15.
15, so I have...
Oop, where did you go? You vanished. I think that's just me on my end. You poofed out of existence.
Oh no, he pulled Antonius.
Did you see the meme?
I did not see
Yeah.
the meme. Hold on, let's upstairs, go down.
Yes.
Yes. That is accurate. That is exactly. Alright, let me grab them. Copy.
Or why?
I mean, it's not
Why
wrong.
not?
It is accurate. Although technically he was going upstairs and off the map, but yeah.
That's where we got to send this one. But...
You were on.
Oh, this is good too.
Right, let's put you two over here. And I will bring you two up to map 5.
Okay. That's the right movement. 10. 5. Over here, I'll see bolts. I'll go up to 65.
So
75 over.
Bolt went over this way. Oh, so you are going that way. Okay.
Yep.
Even... Okay.
Yeah, but just following bolts, like... Do you have any clue?
As of now, I was just heading to the control panel where all the gear stuff is for the elevator.
I will say above board, the room that you were in, it looked like there were ropes there. But you didn't necessarily see a control panel that way, I don't believe. Let me see, was there a lever in that particular room? There might have been. Let's see, map 5.
Okay. Draker, can I roll a quick intelligence check to either recall or put 2 and 2 together if, like, there was something above that room? Like if, for example, there was, like, another floor
Yeah.
that
I'll
it
allow
could
it.
potentially go to. Nine.
I mean, there are lots of floors in this castle. Who could say, really?
Then can I roll, last thing on my turn, can I roll a quick hearing perception check to see if I hear anything?
Sure.
Alright, I have advantage for heightened senses, so that'll be a 21.
You try to get a hear on what doesn't seem like there's anything on this floor at the moment. That could be a good thing. Because on one hand, that means the elevator has definitely stopped, because it was making a lot of racket on its way up. So wherever it is on the upper floors, it has not moved. However,
I don't know
if there's no one on this floor, they may have moved to wherever the elevator is.
So we just got to check to see if it actually was here or not. And if not, we may have to go higher. But that's the rest of my turn.
Alright, and that would bring us to Dave, who is back down... Was he on... The map 3 or the map 4? Okay, he was on... I think he was on map 3. He only has 60 feet of movement.
Oh, only. Wow.
He has only 60 feet of movement when dashing.
Okay, never mind.
And hey, that's very rich coming from you who can move like 100 feet if you haven't moved in a turn. Just saying.
But that means I have to have zoomies and bonus action dash and normal like action like
I mean, with
that's
Clover, with action dash, bonus action dash, and then movement, yeah, I got like 120.
Draco, you joke, but I have a build of a Tabaxi Monk Barbarian that has a top speed on my turn of 300 feet.
Goddamn.
what the heck did you do?
You have the most zoomies.
How did you make it 10 times?
I actually watching a D&D stream right now that they have a Tabasco monk that has it theirs at like 600.
Jesus! 30.
Y'all
is
are
possible if you go for it.
min-maxing to no how.
35.
They used that man to go back and forth between
45,
towns.
50. Dave will just shout to Kai and Evie on this floor. So, what? Any news?
Well, I talked to the accountant and then I freed it.
Well, that's good. Hopefully he lives. Thinks about everything in this castle. Good luck to
Fingers
him.
crossed, but I mean he's been here long enough, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
All right.
He mentioned that there might be a key around here to open all these chests, and also that if we just keep going up, we should find the elevator at some point. He didn't really know exactly where.
All right. Well, that's something. I'm gonna keep going up these stairs then. And he will continue his last few feet of movement up the stairs. I believe that was 55 to get him there, so he has like one more square of movement on the next map. Oh wait, did I accidentally move? No, yeah, because you're here. That's right. It was on floor 4 is where that is. I clicked on the wrong map that time. That was where I made the mistake. Okay. So, boop. So that is 60 feet would get him to right there. And that will bring us to Dan, who, for those of you that care to think about it, Dan has been very quiet for this, which is a little strange. 10, 15, 20. Seems really focused, if nothing else.
If only there was someone who can ask him.
If only. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, 45 gets him... He's just continuing up this tower. 45, 50, 55, 60. He would see... Okay. He used an action to dash, so he can't cast, really. He's gonna shout down the stairs and hope people can hear him. Looks like the trapdoor on the higher level is open! I'm hearing some fighting! It looks like she has company!
Both, I think we're on the wrong floor.
60, 40, no, 60, 65, 70, 75, and then he would be in the elevator, hovering above, and that would be his turn, bringing us to Eastmark. Where is our boy? He is so far down compared to everybody else.
Where is East Markiplier?
Oh, where in the world is East Markiplier? It kind of works, but not especially well. God damn, seriously, where did that put him? Gotta be somewhere.
Basement 4-1. Basement 4-1.
Are we still on basement
Map
4-1? I didn't think I saw him there. Maybe he's... Is he under... No, he isn't under card... Oh, he's with you, that's right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... 35, 40, 45... GM's lair, bring him up to the other floor with you. And to the GM lair. Up to 3. Say, what did I say? 45?
I believe so.
50, 55, 60. Antonius and Clover, you hear some movement behind you and see that it's Eastmark. Gods, you two are fast.
Clover just grins.
And that will bring us to Quinby, who is also going to do some dashing. Forget, did we give him mobile feet? Or am I misremembering?
Quimby? Let me check.
That's Dan.
I know Dan definitely has it. You know what it was when he got
No.
the feet? It was Warcaster I gave him.
Yeah, Quimby doesn't have it.
Well, maybe a future thing if he gets higher leveled. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50... Quinby's not getting much farther. La. And... Do. Yoop. 55, 60. You hear the pitter-pattering of Quinby's feet as he's running behind Eastmark. And that will bring us to Clover. And let's bring us back to the level that Clover is on. Zoop.
Clover's moving through the door.
Alright.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and going to bonus action dash. 10, so we got 30 more movement.
So let me copy you and put you on the next map. Let me double check. This one goes, yep, to map 4. It's a lot of map switching, but I mean, that's kind of just the nature of the beast, considering the chase through multiple levels. Zoop. And this is going to be... I gotta move... Oh wait, I did move you. Never mind. I was gonna move the bookmark, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're already here. What am I doing?
5, 10, 15.
And I will describe the room you're in. Dirt-caked windows allow little light to enter this upstairs room. Broken bed frames and torn bits of mattress litter the floors. A tall, dusty wardrobe, roughly shaped like a coffin. Its black doors painted with fey creatures stands between two cracked, full-length mirrors hanging on the south wall. a staircase descends along the north wall. And I'm going to say you can see it from this angle. Yeah, no, it makes sense you'd be able to see it. There's a doorway in the wall there. From this end, there's a doorknob that you can open.
Okay. So there's nothing much more to this room?
No. Aside from the wardrobe that's like right here. Actually, wait, let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, I made a mistake. Well, you know it's there anyway. Oh wait, no, the wardrobe isn't on there. It mentions that there's like, in the south wall on the wardrobe, there's a secret door inside it, but there's not a wardrobe on that wall, but that is where the secret door is, so I'm just going to change it that it's a door you can actually see from this end.
$20, $25, and I am going to open up the door.
Alright. You see, it looks to be like a sort of crawl space area where there is a ladder that goes up 20 feet.
Moving by.
And you, do you have enough movement to make it up the ladder?
If I use my action to dash, I do.
You could do that.
Why not? I will.
Right, you climb up the ladder and you see there's another doorway that it looks like so into the wall you wouldn't be able to see it from the opposite side, but here you can see again there's like a knob in the wall to turn.
And I will open up the door.
You open the door and you see the staircase where the heart of Strahd was. I mean, it's not the same floor as the heart, obviously, but if you kept going up this staircase, it would eventually lead to that tower.
How much movement would it be to go up this the ladder?
20 feet for the ladder.
20 feet, so I have 20 more. Clover's going to yell down, go through the door, and then up the ladder to Antonius and Eastmark and Quimby.
Alright.
And then I got 20 more movements.
The other... Welcome back.
Sorry, like I call the nature.
No
Which
worries.
way is up?
This way would be up.
5, 10, 15, 20. And that's as far as I can move.
Alright, which will bring us to Kardak. And let me...
I have no idea where I am.
Yeah, I have to find you again. Let's see.
Basement floor.
No.
He was about to go upstairs.
Okay, so I'll move him to the next level. Basement floor, or not basement floor 3, ground floor.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I think right there.
Okay,
Or where am I going? Actually, that's probably a better. I should have asked that before.
Yeah, so like, if you went this way, you would continue upstairs. You could go that way, but it's a bit of a longer route, and it would send you to the throne room.
All right, so I guess do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 1. Can I go to the next floor then?
Yep. Let's copy you and bring you to map 4. And scroll you down to here. And grab you. Would your divine senses still be going at this point? You've been holding them for a while.
Would mine?
No, I mean Kai and Clover's, because you don't have divine sense.
I was
Don't
about
think
to say,
so.
like, I didn't think I had that.
I don't think so.
Would
One, two,
Karnak heard what
3.
Dan shouted down the stairs?
I don't know if he would, because he was, like, Dan was up 3 floors when he shouted.
Maybe.
All right, I would stop right there because I'll be like, okay, at least I caught up to somebody.
No, it would not be up.
Okay, so I will turn that off. Get rid of you. And I guess we'll get rid of Kai's at this point, too, because I'm pretty sure he's had it for a similar length of time, yeah?
I have to
A
make
bit
mine
longer, yeah.
after his.
Yeah, I had mine up for a bit longer.
So yeah, yours will also be gone now. Okay, but Kardec has finally made it up to you, Kai, and Evie, so you can get him up to speed on the situation.
Read an old man, go upstairs. We'll find the elevator.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Dan was up here. Pretty sure the people on the next floor would hear him. So yeah, I guess Kai and Evie wouldn't be aware of the vampire party going on in the elevator. Speaking of the vampire party in the elevator, let me go find their sheet, because I did not... Well, I did have it, but then I had to reload a couple times, so I lost it. Let's see, we'll say that there is... Yeah. And I have it on the GM's layer, so you can just hear me clicking the button, but not know what it means. Oh goddamn, that's a natural 20.
Oh gosh.
They're
Oh gosh.
They're probably going to be going for the fleshy one, but the metal man will be offended and continue fighting. Why do I have you in here twice? Where is East Token?
Rolls that scare any player.
Hmm.
A
When the
natural
DM
20 will
says-
definitely do that.
A secret
When the
natural
DM
20.
is the one that says, "Oh my gosh, I got a natural 20."
Let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Wait, how much health did she have when she was on that floor? I don't think she took damage until this point, because you did take a long rest.
Yeah, no, she should be full.
Okay. Well, not anymore, but yeah. And let's get back to those attacks, because vampires do be having multi-attack. Okay, okay. It's not ideal, but
At least she's awake.
she's definitely awake now from getting smacked. But that's only vampire number 1. Yeah, that's unfortunately going to hit, which means she is now grappled. And that is... Okay, okay. Actually, wait. No, I'm wrong. Well, no, yes, that one hit. The second attack did not hit. So that's good. What about... Let's see, that was number 2. 1, 2... She's gonna try the same thing. Oh yeah, that one is unfortunately absolutely going to hit. And then... equal Is that oh, that's not a con save for that. So she just takes that. Noted. That will also reduce the maximum by 5. That is, what was that, 3 I said? Yeah, this one's gonna go for the big metal man. He's gonna get in the way. And the others definitely have ease on lock. And one more for the road. Oh look, a natural 20. Double nat 20s, that's. But hey, our robot boy is tanky. So that's good at least. That would bring us 2 bolts on floor number 5. Or not, I keep making the mistake. It's map number 5. You heard Dan shouting about the vampire party upstairs. Chaco?
He's gonna... Oh, I closed that door back. Okay, there we go. He's gonna start doubling back to the previous staircase.
Alright.
5 and then dash again. And then 20 to get to the next floor.
Okay, and I will grab you and do so. Yep, that brings you up to the floor with the trap door. Where the movement is a little weird because this map is kind of funky. How much movement do you have left?
10 feet.
So 5, 10. We'll put you right here.
Alright, that's pretty much it.
And I would say from your position, you see the trap door is open, and you see Dan, like, floating just inside it. Which brings us to Ys, grappled and in pain. He's not having a good time. Considering the situation she finds herself, this seems like a really good moment to use Lightning Bolt, since there's multiple vampires surrounding her. So she can't get all of them, but she will get at least 2 of them in the line. And 1, 2. That is unfortunately... They both made the save, I believe. Let me take a look at her... Wait, her token is slightly off. That's her armor class, not her save. Her save is... Okay, so yeah, that is accurate. So yeah, no, they both made it. Unfortunate. But they still take half of 31, so... That'd be 16 to both. Minus 16. Okay. And that would be her turn, bringing us to Irina Raul.
Alright. Let me see.
You.
You could. You know, she's gonna get off the bike and run.
Okay, so that brings her to 50.
The last set of movement will be up the stairs.
Okay. There. And grab you. Go into GM layer. Go up to floor 6. And her last bit of movement you said would be getting her up to the next floor, right?
Yeah, 50 here, so on the next floor she would have 10.
Okay, so let's move you back to here. It is dark, so she can't really see, given how things are. Unless... Does she have light? A light spell?
She should.
Sacred Flame till the dead.
She would have had a light on her.
Okay, let's assume that she has a torch, just for the sake of ease, so she can actually see.
Yeah.
And bright and low, 20 and 20. Okay. And then we'll do 5, 10 to put her right behind Bolt. Oh, and technically you can't see him because he is downstairs.
But can we see Ease from here?
You can see the trap door is open, but you can't really see it down there properly. Bolt could, because he could see Dan just barely. I guess, you know what, Irina could also see Dan just barely floating there. You know what, I just remembered something. Aramis got attacked. He has a lightning bolt stored inside him whenever he gets attacked. I need to run another lightning bolt really quick on those other vampires. Because 2 attacked him. 1, 2. And they both made it. Dang it. Oh well. That's 17 damage to them, which is slightly more than the other one, so there is that.
Does it sound like that there's combat down that trap hole?
Oh, there absolutely sounds like there's combat down that trap hole.
You know what? If she could see down into that trap hole, she's just gonna drop a spiritual weapon inside of there.
Okay. And that is the bonus action to summon it.
And it can attack on the bonus action.
A 9, unfortunately, isn't going to hit anybody.
Oh, maybe it's just a distraction that they just see a floating, glowing weapon.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of distractions in there. There's Ease has woken up, cast Lightning Bolt. The mech has cast Lightning Bolt. There's a witch floating overhead that hasn't had a chance to do anything yet. Is crazy.
Hey, look at distraction.
And now there's a spiritual weapon just sort of waving about.
Yep.
I believe that will bring us down to Evie.
Waiting.
I believe I've moved you down to the floor where she's at. Again, for sake of ease, how much movement does she have if she sprints to, like, the next floor, if that's what she's doing?
50.
50?
Yeah.
10. GM. Because I think it'd be easier instead of flipping from each map to each map. Since she has a lot of movement, I know she can go through multiple floors.
Yeah.
10.
Maybe she does. It's just 100, so.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50, which gets her onto the floor without a dash. She is on the floor where combat is happening. Well, above the floor technically, but semantics.
Where?
Right here. In this
Just
corner.
dark.
Okay, let me look at her token. She should have dark vision. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see in there. Weird. Well, that's 50 feet of movement. Does she want to dash?
Yeah, sure, why not?
So that'd be 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. 75 has her looking right above where the combat is happening. She could drop down into there without taking damage.
Because monk.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
We'll just do that.
okay. We have been going for a bit. This might be a good place for us to take a break before Antonius' turn, since
Okay.
people are starting to get to where combat is real and happening. And I'm going to be
Break
sitting.
or
Yeah, we're going to take.
break or off? Because it's almost 1.
Oh, do we
Yeah,
want
it
to
is.
end here?
Be fair, we did start late.
Yeah, we did start late, so that's also fair. So I guess it's up to everyone here if they want to continue, or...
I mean, you know I'm gonna be here regardless.
Hmm.
Will I be up is the better question.
That is a very good question. Yes.
Are you feeling eepy?
My
I'm not
eyes
gonna
do
lie.
feeling the Sandman slowly.
I'm not gonna lie, I am struggling at the moment.
All right. Well,
Okay, 2 people are struggling.
then we can end here, start going around the horn, and we'll get to proper combat next time.
Later.
Although there are still people that have to make it around because the party is still very split up.
Do we want to get everyone to proper places and then is that I don't think that's gonna take too long, will it?
I need to keep stock of where everybody is. So on the floor in question, getting to that region, we have Evie and Dan already in the elevator with Ease and Erasmus. Bolt is on the floor above and could get down there. Irina is there. Raoul's on the next floor and could get there relatively soon. How much movement does Kai have for his turn?
35.
And if he dashes, that would be 70?
Yeah, 70.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. $30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So he could get to the floor where is just above where the elevator is on his turn with dashing.
Okay.
Kardec is also on the same floor, but he's closer, so he could potentially make it. And then we have the Clover team, Team Stealth, air quotes, that...
Hey.
I mean, I'm using this quotes because Eastmark is in that team.
East Markiplier.
Eastmarkiplier, yes.
This one, you completely forgot where he was.
It's true.
Selfiest of them all.
So that team is going to probably take significantly longer because they're going down the Heart of Strahd path.
What? Ooh, what?
Well, you're in the tower where the Heart of Strahd was. You could potentially work your way around to where the elevator is, but that's a lot of movement to go through that map.
Honestly, I might be able to make it. Because I got 120
That's true.
if I just do nothing but dashing.
And on your end, you have no idea about the situation in the elevator. You just know she's upstairs somewhere. But I guess you would know that the elevator is more to the southern region, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we could try to get everybody there.
I mean, if it takes 1 round, but like when it's like a person who could like make it there on their turn, we just drag their token there and be like, okay, they made it. 'Cause like you said, some of us could very easily get there. So when it's that person's turn, we're just gonna be using our turn to move, so just drag us there.
Okay. There's just some of you that won't. And I'm just going to set... Because the elevator does not have a proper map, I'm going to be putting everyone on the battle map. So that's just going to take me a little bit to set that up.
I
Layer.
think for now we could just get people to the part of the map that needs to be there, and then we can call it there. Some of the party will still need to run over, but if most of us are there in the fight, hopefully we can wrap it up and meet up with everyone soon.
So we've got. We also need to see where everyone's health pools are at, because your tokens on the battle map are slightly different. What if I just drag and drop you guys? Would that change it? Let's also put in the vampire spawn. Paste. Paste. And refresh that really quick. How much movement does Antonius have if he's not dashing?
Just base 30.
Okay. Would he be dashing at this point? Still no or not? Or
I think he'll hold off on dashing for the time being.
okay, so he's not gonna make it there. That we know for sure.
Or, you know what? If he doesn't have the zoomies, let's say no zoomies, but still bonus action dash.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, so I've moved you. Whoop. And you're not on a map change yet. So that's that. We have one of the vampires who some of you would recognize, and at this point, now that he sees Dan and Ease and all of you come in here, you're not working for Strahd at all, are you? Which Bolts, Irina, and everyone in there would hear. Dan will just look at him, annoyed. You just figured that out. Wow, you must be the smart one of the brides. Sorry. Well, brides. You're just a husband. I don't know how this works. Frankly, I don't really care.
Side piece!
And I guess Terran will, let's see. Now that he knows they're in there, he could do that. That would be, pretty bad for, both of those, so let's do this instead. He's going to cast Hold Person on Evie because she is the biggest threat, being a lycanthrope. Cast this spell using You know what? You can cast it at a higher level and cast it on somebody else. It's not going to work on the big metal man, but it would work on either Ease or Dan. Dan is out of range for the most part. And Ease could very easily be taken, so I think he's also going to target her. So I need a wisdom saving throw from both Evie and Ease. I will do Ease's wisdom save.
One.
Well, she is now held. And wisdom save from Ease. 17. Okay. What is your spell save again, Terran? Oh, right, I forgot he also has that. Noted. Oh, that's why he has Okay. So your spell save was. Is it? There you are. Okay, yeah, she makes it. Well, the were creature isn't going to be able to be a problem, so that's a plus for their side. Kai, all the way down on... Nope, that's the wrong floor. And you said, I'm sorry, what was it again? 70?
That is correct.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. On that one. Ooh. There it goes. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. 60, 65, and 70 would put you right on this floor over here. Aramis gonna do Aramis things. Punch some vampires, as you do. Ooh, natural 20 on that one. So that is 15 to, we'll say, you were the one that got lightning bolted. So, you take an additional 15 punchies, but the 10 will not hit the other one. And that would bring us to Raoul with, you have 90 feet of movement, correct?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Shoop. And 60 puts you there. And that puts you back here. 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. You could jump down with 5 feet of movement. I think it'd be a little bit, so you might take a d6 of damage, but I imagine you're jumping down there, yes?
That's fine. Just crash me in there.
You take 4 force damage from falling. What is your health currently at, so I can put you on the map at proper health?
159.
159. And we'll just have to figure out...
Do I drop into the... Do I drop into from the ceiling?
Pretty much. There's a trap door, you jump down, so you're coming from the ceiling from their perspective.
Everyone's gonna see Raoul fall in there like the ragdolls they do in I can only... The show I'm only thinking of from I think it's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Will's getting thrown around and it's just like, you just see the ragdoll.
Yep.
Okay, so you just see a ragdoll of Raoul fall through the ceiling.
Fall to the ceiling. Hi, Raoul.
Oh, hey.
Hello,
Hi,
Doc.
Jim. Hi, Jim. Hey, Bob.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, and I'm beginning to suspect you aren't guards at all.
Yes. Counter argument. Have some sunlight.
Here comes the sun. Do 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 do.
You take the moon and you take the sun.
Do not fear, for I am here. That'll be the end of my turn.
All right.
I'll have my sunlight.
So you pulled the sword out. Okay. It's not there yet. And that would bring us to Dave. I don't even remember where Dave is. I think he's on the same floor that you started on, Kai. Or no, he moved up. That's right.
Yeah.
So he's right there. 5, 10, 15, 20. So that would put him here. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Drops down. Ooh, takes 6 damage from the fall, but he wants to help his friend. But that
Hi,
was...
Dave.
Hi! It's wild in here, I see.
Did you just oh hi Mark Dave?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Dave. Hello. There we go. And he gets -6. Note that. Where are we gonna put you? I mean, I guess we'll figure out exactly where you dropped after the fact. For right now, we're just trying to get people around the map where they need to be.
Yeah.
Dan, there are a decent amount of vampires surrounding Ease, so even though I did have Chaco doing Dan, I think in this instance, there's really only one move that he can and shall do. Good old...
I was gonna say before you do anything, counter argument, I was going to have him dispel magic to hold person.
That is a valid point. I mean, it's holding Ease.
Wait, was it holding Ease or Evie? I think it was holding Evie.
Or Eevee, yeah, it's holding Eevee up at the moment. So, like, here's my thinking where Dan is right now. He really cares about Ease. Like, deeply cares about her. So I don't know how rationally he's thinking at the moment. If Dan is in his right mind, he dispels magic to get Eevee working. But I think he would be casting Moonbeam at a high level on the vampires to do a lot of radiant damage to them.
You know what? Here. Say I'll just make a straight up wisdom check. I'll just roll a general wisdom for him. Okay, you win.
Alright, so we'll do Dark Blue Moonbeam. I'll try to put it where it's not going to hit anyone, obviously. I guess he'll focus it on... It's more targets this way, but then people can't really run up to hit. But again, not thinking super rationally, he just wants these vampires near his friend. Maybe more later, dead.
Now you guys can do the meme if you take the moon and you take the sun.
Yes! This is the exact opportunity for it. He shouts a powerful Trabum Lune! And let's see, what level is he casting? Being irrational at this moment? He's already used the Illusory Bomb. I don't think he's going to cast it at level 7 even while he's like this. There's no way he would waste that slot at this moment. That's his get out of jail if shit goes crazy slot. We'll say a healthy level 5. Let me in. It's not letting me open this sheet so I can make the saves. Well, time to refresh. Now it should let me get into their sheets. Still no? The Roll20 is being weird. There we go.
You could just make...
I got it to work. Con. Yeah, that's a 6. He's taking that full damage. So that'd be 21, I believe.
Yep.
Terran's health is no longer nice, I'm sad to say. Tragic. He's still alive. Also tragic. How about the vamps? That is a natural goddamn 20, and one was not so lucky. You did roll a 1 mixed in there. And the other one makes the save, so half of that divided by 2 is 11 damage. Okay. Eastmark with the team stealth, air quotes. Nope, I went to the wrong map. There you are. If he uses his full movement with dash, puts him right there. Quinby also dashing, puts him right there, bringing us to Clover on the heart stairs.
Clover's doing the zoomies.
Okay, her full
120 altogether.
right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Gets to the top of that staircase. Yoop. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. On this, you know what, I'll just take you to the floor really quick so you can make the decision. Zoop. Bring you to that floor. So you could go down this way. There might be a staircase over there, or you continue going up the tower. Which would you do? Or you also know that further south, there's another staircase that could lead up, and it's closer to the elevator. Do you continue up the Heart Tower, or do you make your way towards the other staircase?
Do I hear anything on this floor?
No, this floor is eerily quiet.
I will keep moving up.
Moving on up, moving on up. Where did I say 45? 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120 gets you right there just before the next level. Oh wait, but now we're in the next turn order. I just realized we were going to end through one loop of the turn order, weren't we?
So would this be a perfect place to end then?
Yeah, I think so.
You'll just have to make some notes about who's where and all that.
Yes. So let's...
Big cluster. A big clusterfuck mess right now.
Yeah. Let's see. Kardec is on map 4. I don't think anyone is in map 3. Actually, that's not true. On map 3, we have Antonius, Eastmark, and Quinby. They are the furthest behind at this time, for obvious reasons. On map 6, we have Kai. We've got Bolt. We have Irina. We have Dave. And
Floor 3?
yes, floor 3 for Antonius. Actually, wait, I am technically incorrect when I said Dave is on that floor, because Evie, Dan, Raul, Dave, Ease, Aramis are all on the elevator right now. Change the layer. Lily is not here. Kardec is not here yet. Bolt has not made it down to the lower floor yet. Quinby is part of this team over here. Just doing some quick cleanup so we know where everything and everyone is. Echo Dave is not here yet either, because he's not been moving that way. Okay. And I think I've moved everyone appropriately now. I'm going to move us all to the battle map so that the people who are in the elevator right now can properly move themselves about. I sort of slapdashed this together for the most part. So, like, anywhere in the box I'm about to draw, you can place yourselves, because that's basically the elevator. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do freehand drawing. I wanted a box. Let's say... There we go.
Old-fashioned elevator fight.
It's true, an actual elevator fight.
Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at. This is where I fell.
Okay. Do you want to change where Evie is then, or is that good?
That's fine. You can just leave her there.
And I have the spiritual weapon right here.
That's fine.
Okay. Dan would... I mean, technically speaking, Dan's, like, above the area, so let me put him, like, to the front layer and move him, like, right here. I think that would be where he is, in actuality, where he cast his moonbeam from. I also think technically Ease wouldn't be where she is because of where they moved, but we'll just say she fell that way. Because I would have to reposition a lot of things otherwise. Right, and I think
it's a fine setup.
yeah, I think this works. Alright, now let's start going around the horn. Who would like to go first?
Don't everyone go at once. I'll start this one this time. Hello, my name is Daluna13. You can find me on Blue Sky, Twitch, and YouTube at Daluna13. You can find me on Wednesdays for Power Ranger Star Strike, earlier for Twisted Purse Twitch channel. And you'll find me whenever Drago does a game night, usually here on this channel. There are some things that I'm working on behind the scenes that might make it where I can stream again. I will keep you all posted, but don't have any promises for that. Yelling, go.
Oh, okay. Hello, I go by Yell Telemano. You can find me on most places as Yelling at Me or Yelling at Me BT. I am most likely going to be back to streaming tomorrow. I took a break for reasons, and we'll be back by tomorrow, hopefully, after all the mental shenanigans that I had to deal with, and also sandflies. Last weekend I went to Draco's parents' place, and sandflies ate at my arms really, really badly, and it's still red. It's been a few days now. We have ointments now. Hopefully these ointments actually work. Anyway, I'm also going to be taking part in an event called Virtu Cuckoo, which is a BR chat event, in which I haven't fully decided yet if I'm going to be performing as a soloist or performing as a backup person yet, but that is currently in the works. And who next? Draco can fill in the stuff that we do together. So
Yes.
I'll go next because I got nothing to plug except you could just find us here. Well, you can find me here on Wednesdays. I'm glad I got to be silly by terrorizing this old man. He will be my accountant someday.
Hopefully with less chains.
Yes, less chains. There'll only be mental chains, but that's only for his own doing. But I'll just pass to the next person. I don't really got nothing else to plug. So, you know what? Chaco, you go.
Hello. I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me all over social media as some form of Chocolate Zombie 101. I stream on Twitch. Tuesdays, you can find me, Dragon 1 Hoshi, doing Baldur's Gate 3. That's a bi-weekly thing. Stay tuned for what we are doing for the other Tuesday slot. In the interim, our Face of Our Lives campaign is on hiatus right now as our DM deals with some personal issues. So we wish them the best, and again, stay tuned for how we deal with that time slot. Wednesdays, you can find me earlier in the day along with Daluna on twitch.tv/twitchtheperson for Power Rangers Cyberstrike. And you can find me here Wednesday nights for Curse of Strahd and the upcoming campaigns. And then Thursday for party games when and if we have time and people. Hoshi.
Hello, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me on all social media as Royal Hoshi. Tuesdays you can find me, Draco, and Chaco playing Baldur's Gate 3, and as Chaco said, we are currently on hiatus right now for our Wishlight campaign. So that's hopefully we can figure something out for that. Wednesday you can find me here playing Clover, and that'll be it for me. I think Draco. So what the heck?
I believe that's correct.
I didn't go, but
Dan can go.
wow, we're forgetting Than.
it's fine. I was looking at spells.
That's fair.
Uh-huh.
All right. You can find me here with Draco, as always. Sometimes I'm here during party games. Other times I'm with the Lost Knights, where I'm separated from the party at the moment, and they will be streaming tomorrow at 8 Eastern Time. And I should be streaming with him on Monday around the same time to see how I'm going to deal with running away from the big bad, because he's way too strong for me. And that's it.
All right, and that will bring us to me. Before I get started on my stuff, originally I was going to call this session The Search for Ease. I have changed my name to Curse of Stairs.
That's even better,
You know what?
honestly.
Accurate.
Yeah, it is.
It fits the name of the actual campaign, and it's accurate to the scenario.
I agree with Poe. These are the greatest enemies. Stairs.
Yes. Truly no greater foe. But, hey, you've already found me here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Mondays, you can catch me over here doing Persona 5 Tactica, where our heroes, the Phantom Thieves, have just, fallen in. Oh yeah, I need to set up a new command for that. Noted. Anyway. Now that I see all those, I think it's Knights for Lost Knights stuff, but
Okay.
I digress.
Thank you.
For Tactica, our heroes, the Phantom Thieves, stumbled into this new reality. 90% of the team got brainwashed, and now we're part of a rebellion.
Just casual.
Just casual things. Oh, we also saved...
That happens.
Yeah, We've all been there, haven't we? Just
Yeah,
minding
just
your
all your
business.
friends just getting brainwashed, and you just have to deal with it.
You're minding your own business, you're having fun in a cafe you like, and suddenly a weird door with a bullet and a gear appears on it, where the only entrance and exit was. You go through, and then you're in medieval France for some reason. We've all been there.
Yeah, the door somehow has the Gungeon look. I mean, what?
Yeah, it does look suspiciously like the Gungeon logo. But, I digress. Tuesdays, you can, if it weren't on hiatus, you could find us over at Burnout Vons for Phase of Our Lives, or over here with Choco and Hoshi for Baldur's Gate 3. Wednesdays, you can join our heroes in this crazy up and down stairs adventure where they will finally fight the last of the brides, and hopefully save Ys before she gets, eaten. Thursdays is our party stream game, although I am currently at my mom's place puppy sitting Yuki, so I realized that my setup there cannot handle complex stuff like this, so unclear if we are doing party games this week, unfortunately.
If you need to take tomorrow off because of that, that is absolutely fair.
Yeah, I might, because, like, it might be okay. D&D has more windows, obviously, and I need multi-stream, so I might be okay to do party games tomorrow, but we'll have to see. It might be canceled. We will let you know once everything is figured out. Fridays, you can find me and Yelling here for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where I am literally just outside the door where we deal with Terrapagos, so I'm gonna walk through there, and Yelling is still trying to go through the, end of the main plot. Excuse me. I think it's 1L. And without a D.
Oh wait, did I?
You typed GD instead of GF. Wait, really?
I'm
That wasn't
great
it?
at this, everyone.
Okay. Apparently I was wrong. GF. I think, is it GF Pokemon, maybe? Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure it was collab of some sort, but misspelled.
Well, we'll need to look at the commands. It was GF Pokemon. Oh, no,
Oh,
wait,
you-
that's for the
you made a different
multi-stream.
one?
That one's for the multi-stream, which will not help in this scenario. Well, I'll figure out the commands later. Sorry about the confusion. But with all of that said and done, how about we find someone to raid?
I remember most of them at some point.
Yeah, I also need to go through my commands and do some cleanup at some point. Let's raid Nominee doing Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5.